Fear number one, how do I love the lost? Many of us have no context for loving lost people or doing life with lost people. It's not part of our normal reality. We get really confused and scared on, well, do I correct this or do I not correct this? Do I let them keep doing this or do I try to stop that? Do I start preaching the gospel now or should I just be listening? How much do I love and how much boundary do I put up? If we're honest, we're just awkward witnesses. But that's okay. Jesus didn't ask us to be perfect witnesses. He promised that he was going to send a helper, the Holy Spirit, who would do that for us. As he ascended to go back to heaven, Jesus commanded and reminded his followers to go into the world and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them and teaching them to follow everything that they had taught. But he also said that all authority in heaven and on earth had been given to him. Hospitality is not about you and me. It is about him. It is about representing Jesus and pointing people to him. So if we want to love the lost well, we need to press into our relationship with him because he will show us how to do it. Fear number two, well, what will others in the church think of me when I do this? What are they going to say? The text tells us, grumble, complain, judge. That's what happened to Jesus when he set foot into Zacchaeus' house. But Jesus didn't care. He wasn't seeking the approval of the crowds. He was seeking the approval of his Father. For us, we do not seek the approval of those around us. We seek the approval of Christ, our Father, the Holy Spirit. If we are certain that Christ has called us to love these people, to step foot into their world, to invite them into ours, then let us walk confidently in that calling. Let us focus our eyes on higher things than the opinions of others who are just as confused and broken as we are. So fear one, how do we love the lost? Fear two, what do I do when people grumble about me? Fear number three, and this is the hard one for me. What about my morality? We're really afraid, if we're honest, that spending time with these people are going to cause us to lose our morals or our beliefs, or that we're going to start slipping into sinful living and forget our witness. We're afraid of, if we go to the house or of someone who's part of the LGBTQ community, well, I'm going to start losing my sexual ethic. I'm going to start making compromises. If I invite someone into my home who's part of the party I don't want to vote for, people are going to question what I believe. I'm going to stop believing what I believe. If we go on vacation with this family that doesn't love Jesus, what kind of situations are we going to end up in? What places are we going to go? Is that going to tempt us into sinful living? Are we going to stop looking like Jesus? It's a real fear. But if we're honest, it's really prideful to say that our morality relies upon us, because all of us in this room are broken sinners who fall often. The only way we walk in grace, in truth, in life is because of the great life that Jesus has given us. One scholar writes that the moment we forget our continual need for renewal, we slip into the selfish delusion of spiritual independence. Independence is not the essence of faith. Humility and dependence are. We depend on Jesus for our moral living, for our righteousness, for our ability to live differently. We do not rely on ourselves.